Your AC is lying to you. Not the machine itself, the whole system around it. The bills, the installers, the manufacturers who convinced you that the only way to survive summer is to keep feeding that electricity meter like it's a slot machine. But right now, I'm holding a $20 can of paint. And by the end of this video, you're going to understand why that tiny can could make your air conditioner almost irrelevant, and why you've never heard a single word about it from the people who sell you cooling. Stay with me, because what I'm about to show you is hiding in plain sight on hardware store shelves, backed by NASA research, and it works on any roof, any wall, any climate. The AC industry doesn't want this conversation happening, so let's have it. First, let's talk about what's actually happening to your house right now. Your roof is dark. Maybe it's asphalt shingles, maybe it's old tiles, but it's dark. And dark surfaces absorb heat. On a 90-degree day, a standard dark roof can hit 160 degrees Fahrenheit. 160 degrees. That's not a roof anymore. That's a frying pan sitting directly on top of your living room. All of that heat radiates down through your attic, through your ceiling, into every room you're trying to cool. Your AC kicks on, struggles against a house that's already baking from the top down, and runs for hours it shouldn't have to. You're not cooling your house. You're fighting your house. Now here's where it gets interesting. Heat only travels in one direction, from hot to cold. So if you eliminate the heat source at the roof, the heat never enters. Your AC doesn't have to fight anymore. It barely has to run. That's the entire game. And reflective paint is how you change it. Now, before you think this is just some gimmick, I need to show you where this technology actually comes from. Because once you hear this, you're going to realize exactly why the cooling industry never brought it to your door. NASA has been using reflective thermal coatings since the 1970s. The white coating on the outside of the space shuttle, the same technology that protected a vehicle re-entering Earth's atmosphere at 3,000 degrees, is the direct ancestor of what's now sitting in paint cans at your local hardware store. The science is called solar reflectance, and it's been measured, tested, and proven for decades. A standard dark roof reflects about 5% of the sun's energy and absorbs the rest. A high-quality reflective roof coating reflects up to 90% of solar radiation. 90%. The difference in surface temperature? Studies from Lawrence Berkeley National Laboratory found reflective roofs can be up to 50 to 60 degrees cooler than conventional dark roofs on the same day. That temperature difference alone has been shown to reduce cooling energy use by 10 to 40% depending on climate, insulation, and building size. The paint isn't magic. The physics is just that straightforward. So here's what the product actually is. Reflective roof coatings and elastomeric thermal paints contain titanium dioxide and ceramic microspheres, tiny hollow spheres that scatter and reflect infrared radiation before it can convert to heat. You roll it on like regular paint. It dries white. It seals minor cracks. It lasts 5 to 10 years on a single application. And a 5-gallon bucket, enough to coat most residential roofs, costs between $80 and $150. One time. And here's the part they really don't want you to calculate. Because once you run the numbers, the story of your AC bill starts to look like something that was designed, deliberately, to never end. Let me show you the math. Average American household spends about $1,100 a year on cooling. That's the national average. In hot states like Arizona, Texas, or Florida, it's often double that. If reflective coating cuts your cooling load by even 20%, the conservative end of what the research shows, that's $220 a year, every year, for a $100 product that lasts a decade. You spend $100 once. You save $2,200 over 10 years. A new central AC unit costs $5,000 to $12,000 installed. The industry replaces over 6 million of them every year in the US alone. And every single one of those units would work less, last longer, and cost you less to run if the building underneath it was properly coated. That's not a design flaw. That's a business model. Think about it this way. Your AC manufacturer doesn't make money when your house is cool. They make money when your house is hot and you need more cooling. A product that permanently reduces your cooling demand is the last thing they want to be a bestseller. So they don't talk about it. The installers don't mention it. The big box stores bury it on the bottom shelf next to the roof sealant nobody asks for. But it's there. It's been there. And it works. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. If this is real, why isn't everyone doing it? Great question. And the answer is not what you think. It's actually way more frustrating. Because the proof is already out there. Cities are already using it. And you've probably seen it without knowing what it was. Los Angeles launched a Cool Roofs program that has coated hundreds of streets and rooftops across the city. Their own measurements showed street surface temperatures dropping by 10 to 12 degrees Fahrenheit after a single coating application. New York City has a similar initiative. Over 10 million square feet of rooftop have been coated through their NYC Cool Roofs program, reducing cooling costs in participating buildings by an average of 25%. Greece, India, Pakistan. Countries where summer heat is dangerous have been using reflective lime washes on buildings for centuries. The white villages of Greece are not just beautiful. They are an ancient heat management system. That tradition is older than air conditioning by thousands of years. The technology is not new. The access is not even limited. You can buy it this weekend. The conversation around this is limited, and now you are part of it. Here is exactly what to do next. If you have a flat roof or a low-slope roof, you can apply a reflective coating yourself this weekend. You will find white roll-on options at any hardware store for under $100. Clean the surface, let it dry, roll it on in 2 coats. That is the whole job. If you have a pitched shingle roof, look for independently rated reflective roof products. There are certification programs that test and verify solar reflectance, and those ratings will be on the label. And if you rent or you cannot touch the roof, even applying reflective window film to your south and west-facing windows will cut radiant heat gain significantly. That is under $20 for a standard window. Start where you can. Start small, but start. Because every summer you do not do this, you are handing money to an industry that was counting on you never watching this video. Hit subscribe if nobody has ever broken this down for you before. Drop in the comments, how much are you spending on cooling every month? I want to see the real numbers. See you in the next one.